Picturesque mountains, scenic hiking destinations, astonishing tree houses, unique traditional dance. Only here at Nueva Era Ilocos Norte, nabalungag sa Padikayulisan. Tingyan or Itnig is rich in culture in terms of language, music, arts, and dance that spark and continue shining. To appreciate the amazing culture and to bring up the writing skills of the indigenous people in the northern part of the Philippines, particularly in Cabugao, Ilocos Sur, Abra, and Nueva Era, Ilocos Norte, we bring you the first Woven Tales Lasting History Regional Webinar and Literary Contest by the National Commission for Culture and the Arts in coordination with the local government unit of Nueva Era, Ilocos Norte. The legacy that Tingyans possess continued to grow and develop as we give way and open the opportunity to expose the masterpieces and literary outputs of the rising literary artists. Welcome to the virtual opening program of this year's Woven Tales Lasting History Regional Webinar and Literary Contest.
To begin with is the singing of the national anthem, to be followed by the Nueva Era March and invocation through an ugayam to be led to us by Tingyan Elder Mrs. Rosita Giamsay.
napakadalan kita. Nadungo ket yaman kay. At tuda umalimang interdyojakeun nga apuyo. Anak ko. Tanda nanyo batik nga patang nga lagi banyo ugaya agyaman kayo anak Moreno adiya makabalin nga ang patyakan di kayo na mailiw met aton apuyo gamang pasyaken mangibati kadakad mo dia patang mo anong kaati Diyos ako at kete emalia mamudan ata kebagkunga lagi penyo anak ko ada anan Diyos ko ako ito anak anak kam Diyos ko data tarabayan amin nga dora ay nagka kairawan ay ugayang uray na kanong namunga kultura nakay matugan ano ang gede mata kultura nga managanan itnag nga ala uray Diyos ko kat no adda pa ka sa pulan di makasapul di patangken. Kasapulan nga may balikas. Turo na kadaglan anak nga. Pasawan no agad kadang kadagad ugali nga. Tawi. Naganak kami. Kedatuan nga. Yung gayang ko, Diyos ko kat, balikas tawid ko, kadakad na. Yakin ang padaglag pagkamot sa kataw tawid ko, patang. Tura nga, huwag tayo. Ay, ugayang, maagaya mo. Kitalakat adiyak ket adimut pasken gapo sa pagpatangak ng ipresintal ko ibagak lang kadakad awida goya awid na awid kadakad uran tanaganak jaken lakay iya ay ugayam kasta kamot adus naman hati baik. Dapat aglalu na kultura nga. Panahon takas sila na lepas mo kailang manang yan na kami at alam na kami ikan kasamot at agbas-basa kita akit intinin kami dapat ang kakulturan itnya kaput-put adal takit kapay kumadus ko na maadal dakan balikas kuma naagan balikan ke dapat ingat datun mamut patang kuket ituro dah kalau anak kalau mitra kuket ituro nak kalau takut ada itu awit kita ala bagaimana kabar bareng no maka ituro si mitra nga mangisuro maafay ang ada alin ako matapatang ito ano sa tinagan ano adin abot kambalay ta kamu tapatang ni ibu sa kentun patang ni patang ko ada Narigat mo't ano, baybayagat tawa mo sagot nango, kaya't natin ranga-anga. Manaagan, kin maisuro, kadatan anak na turturun. Ang sabay kumaakit. Maipangat na kuma, manaagan na kan sabay na maat-adal ka sa batang hari. Ay, tumbisra nga. Mamambut ka patang nga, kultura. Oh. Sabay kumata, makaadal kumaadal. Patang sa itnag. Kayak isil. Dekat anak kang kali. Nga anak. Bailang agad pat baitakan tada. Na ganyo anak ko talog din na nagtakulado no.
To formally welcome us in this affair, may we hear our esteemed, compassionate, and excellent Municipal Mayor and the project proponent, Honorable Attorney Aldrin R. Garvida.
Nabalo awakas ingingutek a pamilya at tribo ni Tingyan. Magandang araw sa pinakamamahal kong pamilya ng mga tribo ni Tingyan. It has always been a great honor to be acquainted with the family of my beloved wife, the Honorable Vice Mayor Caroline Arsadon Garvida, for our union had been a manifestation of bringing together our people of Nueva Era with a diverse culture from the Ilocanos and Tingyans, yet committed to work and live in our home as one. Today, we are again collaborating with the National Commission for the Culture and the Arts, spearheaded by Mrs. Geraldine Nabaisa, the project directress. Fellow Ilocano by blood, but Tingyan at heart, together with our Tingyan elders and cultural masters, are founders of the Katutubo Exchange PH, who serve as our keynote speaker, Dr. Edwin Antonio, our education program supervisor of the Indigenous People Education of the Schools Division of Ilocos Norte, Mr. Epipanio Rico Jr., together with the EPS of the Learning Resources Management and Development System, Mrs. Genetrix Tumaneng. Ken kadigiti kakabsat tayo Atingyans from Danglas, Abra, ken Kabugaw, Ilocosur, ang makipagpaset iti daytoy umuna a webinar ken pasalit the Woven Tales Lasting History webinar and literary contest of the Tingyan community. This project aims to engage every member of the Tingyan community into exhibiting their literary skills, showcasing how they live and nurture their own culture in order to build a stronger community among its people. As the local chief executive of the Tingyan family of Nueva Era, I am eyeing a possible creation of our own cultural books that would lead to putting up our cultural library of the Tingyans. To our participants, keep harnessing your literary skills, for they will be our documented legacy towards the fruition of our cultural heritage. Thank you very much, and I welcome you all.
Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful words of welcome. Nueva Era is indeed a producer of competent and talented individuals. Get ready for this awe-inspiring performance by the Nueva Era Tadek dancers as they will show once again their winning performance during the Tanok Festival 2019. Once again, the champion of Tanok Festival 2019.
Salibong mahal, salibong mahal.
Thank you, dancers. That was an extremely impressive performance. We are very pleased to welcome our first speaker of today's affair. He is the founder of a volunteer organization of youth and cultural workers who promote indigenous culture, traditional arts, and cross-cultural understanding. He is an advocate of helping the nation to develop, to preserve, and promote indigenous communities' culture and arts. Through the Katatuvi Exchange, he helps indigenous people to develop pride and meet from other tribes. He opens doors of opportunities to indigenous people. Here to share insights in his expertise, please welcome the founder of Katatuvi Exchange Philippines, Dr. Edwin Antonio.
Honorable Alden Garbida, Municipal Mayor of Nueva Era, Honorable Caroline Garbida, Municipal Vice Mayor of Nueva Era, members of the Sangguniang Bayan of Nueva Era, teachers and administrators of the different schools of the Division of Ilocos Norte, particularly Nueva Era, Tingyan elders, students, participants, online viewers, friends, ladies and gentlemen, a very good day. Naibmag nga aldaw kada tayo amin apo, isang magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Isang karangalan po na ako ay maanyayahan na makibahagi dito sa isang magandang proyekto na pinamagatang Woven Tales, Lasting History, Regional Webinar and Literary Contests. My warmest congratulations to the grantee, the LGU Nueva Era, sa pagkamit ng competitive grant. Kasama dito ang project director na si Binibining Geraldine Nabaysa. Sa pagdaraos ng ating programa na ito ay nagpapatunay lamang na tayo ay matatag kahit na tayo ay nasa kalagitnaan ng pandemya. Na ipapakita natin sa buong mundo na tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang daloy ng buhay at daloy ng kultura at sining. Ito na nga rin po ang sinasabi nilang new normal na unti-unti na nating napag-aaralan, dahil sa paggamit ng teknolohiya at ng online platform para sa pagdaraos ng ating mga programa at sa pag-aaral. Sa ngalan po ng NCCA o ang Pambansang Komisyon para sa Kultura at Mga Sining, salamat po sa pagtaguyod ng ating kultura at mga sining. Isang paraan po ito na mapapalago at mapagyayabong na natin ang ating mga wika. Natuwa ako noong nalaman ko kay Binibining Geraldine Nabaysa na gagamitin ninyo ang katutubong wika na Tingyan para sa paglikha ng tula at mga kwento para sa ating literary contest, pati na rin ang Ugayam chanting. Sa paggamit po ng ating sariling wika ay ipinapakita natin ang ating talino bilang isang mamamayan ng isang pangkat o lahi ng mga tao. Ito po ay ang talino ng lahing Pilipino. Nabuo at ginamit ng ating mga ninuno ang mga wika na ito. Nakakalungkot isipin minsan ng ating mga kababayan ay nahihiya ng gamitin ang kanilang sariling wika kahit ang kausap nila ay katribo o kalahi. Ang itinuturo ng mga magulang ngayon sa kanilang mga anak ay wikang Ingles. Nawiwili pa nga ang mga tao kung maririnig nila ang bata na may accent. At nagiging estranghero ang bata sa kanyang sariling mother tongue kapag hindi tinuruan. Isa pang halimbawa, may mga kaibigan tayo na napadpad lamang ng Amerika sa maikling panahon at kung makabalik sa Pilipinas ay English na ang gamit at di mo pa nga maintindihan dahil sa accent. Kahit na ikaw na kapwa niya Ilocano o Pilipino ay pinapasikatan ka pa ng Ingles. Ang iba naman ay hindi ginagamit ang sariling wika dahil para sa kanila ito ay baduy or old-fashioned. Lumalabas na mas mataas ang pagtingin natin sa wikang Ingles kaysa sa ating mga katutubong wika. Tama lang po na gumamit ng banyagang wika kung ang kausap natin ay mga banyaga. Dapat po sana sa lahat ng pagkakataon na gamitin ang katutubong wika at mahalin ito. Maari mo lang mahalin ang isang wika kung ito ay makikilala at mapag-aaralang lubos. Sabi nga ni Dr. Jose Rizal, ang taong hindi marunong magmahal sa kanyang sariling wika ay higit pa sa malansang isda. Sa panahon ngayon, kung tatanungin mo ang ating mga kababayan kung ilang wika ba ng Pilipinas ang kanilang alam, ang maaring kasagutan nila ay 1, 2 o 3. Kung minsan mas marami pa silang alam na ibang banyagang wika. Sa maraming pagkakataon, hindi rin alam ng karamihan sa atin na mayroon tayong kabuuang humigit 130 na wika ayon sa Komisyon ng Wikang Filipino o KWF. At ayon sa National Museum ay mayroon tayong 180 na wika at sa numero na ito ay napadpad tayo sa pang-12 pwesto ng mga bansa sa buong mundo na mayroong maraming wika. Una dito ang Papua New Guinea na may humigit 800 na wikang gamit. Sa kabuuang 180 na ating wika, isa na dito ang Tingyan. Kaya kung wala po tayo na maglilinang na mga ito, ay manganganib na mawala. At syempre dahil sinasabi na ang language is a vessel of culture, repository of our memories and tool for our creative expressions. Mawawalan tayo ng wika at parang nawalan din tayo ng isang malaking kayamanan. Ito po ay nagbibigay sa atin ng ating pagkakakilanlan at pinagmumulan ng ating pagpapahalaga at pagmamalaki ng ating kultura bilang isang lahing Malaya. Ang Katutubo Exchange Philippines po ay isang volunteer culture organization na naghahangad na maitaguyod at may promote ang ating indigenous culture at syempre sa involvement ng ating mga indigenous youth at saka mga cultural workers. Kami po ay sumuporta sa nakaraang taon ng 2019 sa International Year of Indigenous Languages as declared by United Nations. Nagsagawa po tayo ng mga proyekto ukol sa training on nonverbal languages. Nag-implement tayo ng School of Living Tradition or SLT on Surat Mangyan at Ambahan sa Mindoro. Mga bata at matatanda ang nag-aaral sa kanilang sariling script at tuwang-tuwa sila na napag-aaralan nila muli ang kanilang nakalimutang alpabeto at dahil sa ito ay pamana ng kanilang mga ninuno. At ang mga tula ay sinusulat sa pamamagitan ng Surat Mangyan at sinusulat sa kawayan, sa dahon o sa puno. At ganoon din, SLT or School of Living Tradition on Surat Tagmanwa sa Palawan. Naumpisan po namin ito pero nahinto lamang po dahil sa nagkaroon ng lockdown hatid ng pandemya. Ang mga ancient scripts na ito ay nakalista sa UNESCO Memory of World Registers. Nagkaroon din po tayo ng outreach programs on cultural education sa mga indigenous communities. Kabilang dito ang pagtuturo ng mga iba't ibang wika, iba't ibang mga ethnic groups ng Pilipinas. Bumisita kami sa mga indigenous communities, sa mga schools, at sa mga overseas Filipino communities. At lang taong 2022, tandaan po natin, hanggang 2032 ay declared by the United Nations as International Decade of Indigenous Languages. Naintindihan po ng ahensya ng United Nations na unti-unti ay naglalaho ang mga wika, kaya gumagawa sila ng hakbang para ito ay mapanatili. At sana po ay ipagpatuloy nating itaguyod ang wikang Tingyan para sa mga susunod na henerasyon. Magkaroon sana kayo ng compilation of the poetries, chants, and stories to be produced from this webinar and literary contest. At sana po ay mailimbag ninyo para magkaroon ng gagamiting material para sa mga mag-aaral nating mga kabataan. Alam niyo mga kabataan, nasubukan ko rin magsulat ng mga tula noong ako'y nasa I think elementary or high school at syempre English language ang aming gamit dahil sa paaralan bawal ang magsalita ng mother tongue. May multa pang pag nagsambit ka ng local words. Nakapagsulat din ng English poetry at pinasa ko sa isang publication of Anthology of Poems sa Amerika at natanggap. Pero kailangan magpadala ng shipping fee in dollars. Walang kaalaman ng aking mga magulang sa pagpapadala ng dollars kaya hindi ko na po nakita ang anthology book. At na-disappoint ako at doon na rin po natigil ang aking interest sa poetry. Kaya medyo nasayang po. Kaya kayo mga kabataan, ipagpatuloy lang ninyo ang paglinang ng inyong talento sa pagsulat, mas lalo na sa mother tongue. Walang araw ay magiging katulad kayo ng mga national artists natin on literature, katulad nila Virgilio Almario, Bienvenido Lombera, F. Chunel Jose na isang Ilocano, Nick Joaquin, at syempre si Carlos P. Romulo na isang diplomat, isang leader, at of course, tumayong presidente ng United Nations General Assembly. At syempre, siya po ay naideklarang National Artist for Literature. At gusto ko lang pong iwan ito na quotation from him, no? Ang sabi niya, "Let us teach our people again to be proud that they are Filipinos. Let us teach them to realize anew that being a Filipino means having as rich and noble a heritage of language, culture, patriotism, and heroic deeds as any nation on earth. Let us teach a steadfast faith in divine providence, a stable family institution, the unhampered enjoyment of civil liberties, the advantages of constitutional government, the potentials of a rich and spacious land." Ayan po, galing mismo sa ating national artist for literature, si Ginoong Carlos P. Romulo. At dyan po nagwawakas ang aking mensahe para sa ating programang ito na Woven Tales, Lasting History, Regional Webinar and Literary Contest. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay po kayong lahat.
May we also listen and get inspiration to the very proficient education program supervisor of Indigenous People Education in the Schools Division of Ilocos Norte. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Epifanio Rica Jr.
First and foremost, I would like to extend my greetings and felicitations to the keynote speaker in this activity, the founder of Katutubo Exchange Philippines, Dr. Edwin Antonio. The whole official dam of the municipality of Nueva Era, headed by the very dynamic mayor, Honorable Attorney Aldrin R. Garvida, of course, with the proponent of this activity, the very active Municipal Vice Mayor, Honorable Caroline A. Garvida, other municipal officials, teachers, the Tingyan community, dear students, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good day to everyone. I am indeed very happy and excited for the conduct of this first Woven Tales Lasting History regional webinar and literary contest, of which will be conducted for 5 days via Facebook Live video conferencing by the National Commission for Culture and the Arts in coordination with the local government of Nueva Era. As Brian Herbert once said, and I quote, "The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. The willingness to learn is a choice." Improving the lives through education in the community is the effort to journey with the indigenous peoples towards the attainment of their dream for a better life. More than ever, the indigenous peoples now realize the significance of education that could empower them to claim, exercise, and protect their rights in accordance with their culture and tradition. Unfortunately, however, not only the indigenous peoples remain deprived of education, but also that the education made available to them even alienates them to their own identity and culture. Our culture is important to the future of our children because it ensures a history of a past, a present, and a future. To preserve and restore the vanishing indigenous knowledge system and practices of the Tingyan community, the DepEd recognized the need to develop learning materials which could help revive our rich cultural knowledge, tradition, and values are preserved and taught to our young children. Therefore, it is of great significance to educate and to pass this culture to the next generation. I am pleased to inform everyone that last year, the DepEd Regional Office 1 conducted training workshop on the development of orthography in some IP groups in the entire region with the guidance of the team of the Summer Institute of Linguistics. We are very lucky that the Tingyan Itneg Ilaud was one of the IP languages that was developed in terms of orthography, word lists, and samples of short stories. I would like to acknowledge Tata Adriano Panabang, who served as our consultant of the dialect, together with our teachers who can speak and understand the language. The Itneg Ilaud orthography is now on its final evaluation. Hopefully, it will be out for reproduction next year. In addition, another group of teachers from Nueva Era are attending right now a training workshop on the development of a dozen languages. As the IPED focal person of the region has related to me, that these teachers were very active during the preliminary rite shop. Ngarud gagayam ken kakabsat, iyabkas ko man, ti panagyaman ko kada kayo amin. Maragsakan aklaunay, ti panakabuangay, daytoy, nga pasalip, ti panagsurat, para kadagiti kakabsat tayo, ating gyans. Amok nga agbalegik tayo, kada ito'y nga ganwat tayo, babayan met lang, tinatibker, nga panagkakamayat tayo amin. The school's Division of Ilocos Norte, headed by the school's Division Superintendent, Dr. Joan A. Corpus, and the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Joy D. Madalipay, and the whole student SDOIM family wish to express their heartfelt congratulations to the National Commission for Culture and the Arts of Nueva Era for the successful conduct of this activity. We look forward to seeing you more activities like this. Good day and God bless us all.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring us. To give us more motivation, our next speaker is the brilliant and supportive Municipal Vice Mayor of Nueva Era and the project proponent of this affair, Honorable Caroline A. Garvida.
Naabel a literatura ni Tingyan, manayon akan nawidan, ken pakasaritaan. Woven tales, lasting history. Itondana tinabaknang a kultura, nagitipada nga anabo ti tribo at Tingyan. Dakkel ayaman ko kadaton ahensya ta gobyerno. National Commission for the Culture and Arts, Local Government of Nueva Era Ilocos Norte, bebesat nga katribuan itiili ti Danglas Abra, Kabugaw, Ilocos Sur. Department of Education, Tankinot Speaker, Dr. Edwin Antonio, dagiti agpartisipar, amin nga mangsupsuporta iti daytoy a programa, iti panangyon una ni Mrs. Geraldine Nabaysa, iti Nueva Era National High School. Guti-guten tanrik na, nga mangitukit kadigiti napipintas nga pakaistoryaan, kultura ken kannawidan, tapno agbalin abaton lagip, iti agdama ken masakbayan. Our town, Nueva Era, had been a recipient of the formidable projects jointly initiated by the National Commission for the Culture and Arts and the local government of Nueva Era, together with the Department of Education, namely, the training and playing Tingyan musical instruments, tumble making workshop, documentary of indigenous dances in Northern Luzon, and this program, Woven Tales, Lasting History. Let these programs inspire us as we are etching history in the modern times. Agkay sa tayo nga katribo titingyan, ita ken ti agnanayon. Woven Tales, Lasting History.
Thank you, Ma'am, for your words of encouragement and the knowledge you've shared. To discuss the conference overview, let's call on the passionate and potential project directress and coordinator, Mrs. Geraldine E. Nabaysa.
Dungdungwan ako pututan tan puli at ngyan, inkay man amin kablaawan. Kastamat ning imutan na Apo Mayor Attorney Alvin R. Garvida, ken dagiti kabinulig nga sangguniang bayan members nga idadaulwan ni Apo Vice Mayora Caroline R. Sidon Garvida. Ikamang the National Commission for the Culture and the Arts, agyamanak kay paayo a suporta, di pa naka-implementar daytoy nga advokasya. Mapalayawan ng unay amang kablaaw, kinaisang sangayan a bisita tayo itang aldaw. the founder ni Katutubo Exchange Philippines, Dr. Edwin Antonio, ti kamang ti SDOIN nga idadaulwan ni Dr. Joan Corpus nga irepresentar ti IPED Education Program Supervisor, Mr. Epifanio Rico. Kalaksidan ti pandemya, babaan iti makuna nga webinar, adtoy asiaayat ating mabuno. Kastamat ti panangiburay, kadagiti punto ken teknik ti panagsurat, ti literatura ken sining. Diyos ti Agnina, nasasaririt a resource speakers ken cultural masters ti panakipasetyo daytoy apiging. At tuyak nga umay makipagwanwan, wagas apanang salaknib kadagiti kanawitan. Numan kay Ilocano ak anapuklan, tuy pusok agrupnoy amakikama. Ala, dawatat nga rod, ti pamalubos yo, ti panakipaset ko kadagiti tradisyon yo. Tan-ili ang Nueva Era akamang ko, napnuan ayat, apagtaingan ti insagot yo. Today, I am honored to present to you the overview of our teleconference. Nueva Era Ilocos Norte recites a rich cultural heritage that its Tingyan people create and preserve. It is only through events such as the annual Dadek Festival have the power not only to bring its people together to be entertained and informed, but also to educate and to inspire. During this festival, the local government unit of Nueva Era Ilocos Norte, in collaboration with the elementary and secondary schools, organize variety of shows such as singing contests, tubig making, health optimizing activities, cultural dances, and fashion shows, modeling the arts, life, and culture of the Tingyans. These are all great variety of mediums to connect and engage with the people. However, these engaging activities, when creatively woven into literature, becomes a documented history that the future generations keep as lasting memories of who they are. Thus, organizing these woven tales lasting history contests would be a great avenue for turning concepts into something tangible, where the arts, life, and culture of the Tingyans will be accessible to all, regardless of age and background. The interactive experiences in harnessing their literary skills would boost their self-worth towards the composition of their own literary outputs, helping them to connect with their cultural heritage. The people aims to enjoin all members of the Tingyan community in the region, regardless of age and background, in enhancing their creative writing skills, focusing on their sociological backgrounds and traditions. The literary competition is open for all the Tingyan people from Cabugao, Ilocos Sur, Abra, and in Nueva Era. It includes creative writing of original poems, comic creation of Tingyan folktales, short stories, strategic intervention material making, and Ugayam chanting using their Tingyan language. This competition would enable these indigenous artists of diverse ages to reflect on their beliefs, rituals, practices, values, and arts. The outputs produced by the participants will be evaluated as of originality and cultural background by the Committee on Learning Resource and Management and the learning resource materials and development system, and the Indigenous Peoples Education of the Schools Division of Ilocos Norte, in collaboration with the member representative of the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, Dr. Edwin Antonio, and of course, together with the cultural masters, the Tingyan elders, for validation. The results of the project may also lead to participants' original creation of their masterpieces, not deviating from the original characters, values, and aspects of their own culture, using their 21st century innovation skills in congruence with the currently available digital technology. Through these teaching learning outputs, the creation of the first regional library of the Tingyans, where the validated learning materials and resources shall be compiled and stored for future references of the students and the community as a whole. Let us then work together to keep our heritage growing. As Dr. Alicia P. Magos has said, and I quote, "Policy is dead without advocacy. Advocacy without a value is worthless." Thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you, Ma'am, for that clear presentation. Writing is preservation, exploration, and appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the opening program, and see you again for the closing program of this spectacular event.